Hello everyone, my name is Daniel, I'm just a casual racer. I want to show off what I've been working on the last few days, and that is finalizing 1915 Ascot Park for release here, and then also a somewhat substantial update, especially in the physics department, to the 1915 Ford Model T Speedster we have over at Historic Sim Studios. So anyways, just going to run a 5-lap race here against these other cars and see how we do here. So, moved up into 10th. Only 15 grid spots. That'll get expanded once the track, with a further update while it's still in early access. But for now, definitely enough that you can have a bit of a race here around this 1-mile track. This track was in Los Angeles and was... it's it's 1915 Ascot Park. It's a old horse racing venue that became used a lot for motorsport racing, and it just pairs perfectly with these 1915 Speedsters here. And it really is a period piece that is just fantastic to show what racing was like in the dawn of American motorsport. These oval racing, started in America on horse racing tracks, and then went into board tracks, and then returned to the horse racing circuit in some purpose-built venues, and this is where it all started. And so this track right here is going to be launching into early access later today, and so you'll be able to download it and drive it, and then also the update I'll be pushing out, that, like I said, primarily a physics update, and then we will have later in the month, or perhaps next month, a pretty substantial visual update to kind of finish off this Speedster here and get this project moving along and ready for kind of its public release here. Like to get it out, probably in April, probably what we're looking at. For both the track and the car, we'd like to release them publicly together. So, give an opportunity for a lot of people to participate in this specific era of early American racing. So, really kind of struggling here to catch the AI here. It's an interesting dance, right? Especially with these cars. You have a 2 gears. You're going to be in second gear once you get up to speed. It's a dirt track, so you really kind of have to work the steering wheel a bit if you let the car get away from you. And you just have to be kind of smart. It's a pretty wide track, especially for these cars. So you're really just trying to get a good line, a good entry, cut the corner on the AI, make up some time when you're racing against, online racers. It's very classic kind of racing where it's an oval track. It's about limiting the mistake. It's about hitting your corner, your marks in every corner over and over and over again. And so that's what I'm trying to do here as I close up here at the end of the 3rd lap. We're making a bit of progress here on the inside. I don't know if I'll be able to hang it. He's moving to the inside. Let's avoid a collision here if I can. A little touch. The draft here. And of course, one thing I'd recommend, and this is just generally for oval racing and Assetto Corsa, always, probably turn the draft up 1.5, 2 times what it normally is. Right now it's 1.5 for me, and you'll get a little bit better racing because you can actually slipstream and things like that, and it'll just increase, the opportunity for more passing, especially if you're racing against other people. And all these cars here, trying to balance. One thing I've been working on today is balance. Well, I guess yesterday, by the time this video comes out, but working on balancing out the dust and the dirt and making sure that it's it's realistically dusty, but at the same time you can still see. And I think I've done a pretty good job. If you end up in a pack, it can get kind of hard to see the other cars or even see your line, but once you start to get like an individual car right here, as you see with number 25, isn't causing too much visual impairment. So I feel like it's a pretty good balance, and definitely something that there's some tactics, that's something to have to work around. There's strategy, right? If you're following a big pack, it can be difficult, or if you're amongst it, you might not see quite as much. But, 1 or 2 cars spread out is not going to impact you too much visually. So, I feel like I've done the best I can to strike a good visual balance there. Looking up the inside here, really in this pack right now fighting. I feel like I got a pretty good run here. Oh, we're drifting just a little wide, and there's a little bit of contact, and we're spinning. Trying to save it. Counter steer. I think we've lost a lot of momentum there. That might hurt us a lot, actually. Yeah, there goes 18 again. We'll have one last opportunity here into the final corner. I think they're looking up the inside of me as well. Alright, we've held them off. Let's see if we can get any sort of run out of this final corner here. Power down. Out to the wall. Really doing the best we can. Every inch of the track. It's going to be a drag race here. We've got him, though. I think we're going to get 9th. I actually feel pretty good. That was a good last corner there. And that's it. 9th position. So just a preview of what I've been working on the last few days over at Story Sim Studios. Check out the links in the video description. You'll find the website and also links to our Patreon if you want to check out this stuff, which is in early access for those of who choose to support us, and then they get a chance to test all this content before eventually, it gets its free public release. So thanks so much. Hope that this video was helpful. Hope it gave you an informative look behind the curtain a little bit the last few days. But most of all, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week.